Hi everyone, it's been a while. I'm back to show you my new Italeri Korean War T-34-85. It was supposed to be an inbox review. I got this kit last week. Went to a model show last week, took it along to show the guys and started it when I was there basically because I was bored. So I've built some of it already, but I'll show you anyway inside the box and I'll tell you my thoughts on it, which are not good, but and we'll get there now. So basically, a couple of sprues. We've got 4 or 5 sprues. What I would say is it's a pretty old-fashioned kit, really, considering this is a new mould, 2021. It's pretty old-fashioned. I mean, I've seen some kits from the 70s and 80s that are almost as good, so a bit disappointing. You do get your open screens there. You do get some mesh to go in it, so you do get some PE to go in there. You put in the mesh and then you put in the framework over that, so that will be quite footery for me. I do not like PE, I do not like super glue, we don't really get on, so for me that'll be a challenge, but some guys will just say that's no problem. Yeah, so that's that. Second sprue is you have some interior pieces for the turret. This kit's based on their first T-34-85, which came out 2 or 3 years ago, I believe, 183 factory, which was a full interior kit. This doesn't have the full interior, but it does have some of the interior bits left over from that kit. So basically you've got shells for the turret, you've got a gun breech and things like that, so quite nice. This is a late war or post-war model, so it's got a big hatch on it rather than the earlier split hatch of the earlier T-35s. A 2-part gun barrel, which I'll come to in a minute, in plastic. Okay, speaking of which, I'll show you this now actually. It does come with a metal gun barrel, which is normally a really nice upgrade actually, because you don't have to put the 2 bits together, sand it down, etc. I've never had any problem doing that, but again, some guys complain about it. But this kit, as I say, has a metal gun barrel. It's pretty crappy, to be honest. If you can, I don't know if you can hear this. It's pretty scratchy the way they've done it, and you can actually feel the sort of micro ridges where the machines carved it out. So that'll need fine wet and dry. So not off to a great start with that. So that's that. The other thing they do is they do the individual track links where they do link and length, but they also do the standard rubber band type of tracks, which are great for beginners or just people that don't get on with link and length or indie tracks. Again, I've never had any problems with the indie tracks, but these are, you can join these together with super glue. So that's a bonus for some people. The individual track link sprues, there's 2 of these. Quite nice, but you do have, you've got the sag built in there, which is quite a nice feature, but you do have on every 4th link, you do have an ejector pin mark. Not so much of a problem because some of these tracks you've got the ejector pin mark at the ends here, and this one it's bang right on in the middle between the teeth, so I don't think it would be noticeable. A lot of guys make a big fuss about this and they fill it in and sand it down and all that palaver, but that's just a job too much for me. I would just use them as is. The next problem with this one is the wheels. The wheels generally nicely moulded, but they have a centre disc inside, a strengthening disc, which only the early T-34s had. So the late models, which this one is, didn't have that, so that's a big problem. Italeri have been lazy with this. There's loads of T-34s in museums. I don't know how they made that mistake, but even more glaringly, while we're still on the wheels, around the perimeter there, around the inside perimeter, you have 12 bolts there. It should be 10. Again, there's loads in museums, there's loads of T-34s in museums, there's loads of photographs online. They've put 12 bolts rather than 10, so couldn't be arsed checking it basically, so not good. Apart from that, the mould is pretty good, a bit old fashioned, but pretty good. I built the RFM T-34, which was in a league of its own. A lot more expensive certainly, the RFM kit, that's generally about 40 quid. Which, to be fair, this one should be. This one says $39.99 on it. I got it off eBay, second hand. It was brand new. It wasn't even opened, and I got it for 20 quid. And I think even 20 quid's a bit much for it, to be fair. The other problem with the kit is it does show you. Well, it does come with the twin ventilators there, the separate ventilators, which was a very late war feature. Some people are saying 45, some people are saying post-war. Most T-34-85s came with the twin join vents at the back, but this one has the separate vents. Now, the only factory to do that properly is factory 112 in Russia. The problem with this kit is it's a factory 183, which did not come with the separate vents, so it's an absolute, it's a mess basically. So normally you would get the vents at the back here, but this comes, you've got one vent there and one vent there, which have to be drilled out from the bottom. So it doesn't even come with the standard vents for the back, so I can't even change that. So I could either build this as a 183 with the separate vents, or try and get hold of the dual vent from somewhere to make it accurate, because as it is, that just wasn't made in the real world. It does go together really nicely actually. It clicks together very well, fits together very well. I've done the suspension, as you can see, with some of the interior parts already built in. As I say, the problem with the wheels, I can do something about that, because I already have ordered, well, I have these in the stash, and it's these wheels here, the T-34-85 running gear lake type full spider wheels. These are generally known as. And I've also got the 42 series wheels, and I've got the 42 to 43 series wheels. But I'll be putting the spider wheels on. Now these are a direct fit on to the kit. So basically these go straight on there. Nicey. So a nice easy mod. But these wheels for a pack of these are generally 12 quid each. So it's £12 extra that you wouldn't really want to spend on a kit. So I have done a bit of texturing on this turret already, as you can see. I've used my favourite technique, which is Tipex, 2 coats of Tipex, well, 1 coat, then stippled, and then another coat once that's dried and stippled, and then just sand that down very lightly, and it gives you a really nice cast metal effect. Especially good for Russian tanks, which have a really rough turret in most cases. So that's it. Thanks for watching.